Hi guys, it's me, Carrie, aka your Wednesday, and this week is to tell about a time that we were bullied that has always stuck with us. Like, I guess the worst of the worst. Most likely is mine, you would remember it, so I guess that's probably the worst of the worst. I've never been bullied, and I've only really been picked on twice, or like hurt twice by people my age. But, and I actually only had those two scenarios. I want to talk about those two scenarios. Actually, I'm only going to talk about one of them in this vlog because the second one refers to next week's topic, which is fake friends, and I'll have to go in the whole backstory of that. So, I'll just talk about that one next week, so I don't feel like I'm repeating myself. So, I'm just going to talk about the first time, I guess. And ironically, they both happened in 7th grade. That's odd. Anyways, okay, so here's the first time that I was bullied or whatever. Well, I was called cripple. This Hispanic kid, I was sitting in the library with my friend, and we were just minding our own business, doing stuff for class, whatever. And this kid comes up to my friend and goes, mind you, she's fully able-bodied, very pretty, blah, blah, blah. She's very sweet. She knows who she is. Or at least I think she knows who she is. But anyways, so we were just minding our own business, and I don't know how it came about, but, he called her handicapped. And I said, hey, that's not very nice to call someone that. He meant mentally handicapped, and I've been around people who are mentally handicapped, like MR, mental retardation, and that kind of stuff, and that just offends me. And he said, how would you know you're a cripple? Oh, that made me mad. And my assistant told him to leave, and this kid probably didn't know. He probably thought that cripple, he doesn't associate handicap as the same thing as being a wheelchair. He just did his wheelchair with cripple. And so this kid, so it made me mad. So my friend gets up and tells my other friend. Well, my other friend tells this guy he smells like Swedish balls. I'm still friends with this friend. She's hilarious. She's not afraid to tell it like it is. But anyways, it's always stuck with me being called cripple because it really hurt my feelings. I mean, I forgave the guy because I'm Christian and that's just a thing we do. But it's still stuck with me and it still hurts. I've been called a brat by my parents and stuff like that, but that's, parents do that a lot when they get mad at you. But, which I have to. My parents have several times, yeah. Anyways, but I've never been, called that, but that hurt my feelings, so it's just always stuck with me. So think before you say something. Think, is that the point you're trying to get across? Does that really reference, would you want someone to call you that, basically? Every time I hear the word cripple, I cringe, because it's just like, really? There's so much better words. Now, you may have to go into a bigger description, but, it would work, so. Anyways, just think before you act, and just think before you say stuff. Think, is the meaning really what you're trying to cross, or do you mean something else? If you do mean something else in the meaning of that word, say something else. Say the something else instead of the word, because that's just ignorant and rude. That's all there is to it. That's how I see most people. I just say they're ignorant and they're rude. You know, because people are. We're not perfect, but really, some people are more ignorant than others. So, I just want to share that experience with you, and I picked next week's topic, which is fake friends. So you will be hearing a lot about fake friends, I have a feeling, because we're all girls and we've all had a fake friend. Although I've had a whole... Well, actually, I've only had one, and then this one... Anyways, I'll get into that next week. So, love you guys. Thank you for all the support you've given this channel, and talk to you next week. Bye.